I got your journals.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I love these things. Yeah, these are adorable. I love I love everything about it.
Do you like the part in the beginning where you say how you eat your pizza?
Did I?
It should be in the front inside cover.
Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
it
really
says
cute.
like I'm a forker and I'm a fork and knifer. I'm a folder. I'm an open facer.
Yeah,
Write your name up there.
I am a folder. I grew up folding, so that's kind of what I do. Unless it's
All about how you grow up.
deep dish, obviously. But,
Yeah, obviously.
so if someone wants to make pizza at home, do you have any advice on just like any kind of tips as far as like making dough or whatever?
Definitely. I mean, the first tip is whether you're making dough or you're buying dough, before you stretch your dough, you need to make sure that it's ready to be stretched. And the way that you test that is by taking your finger and poking it right in the center of the dough.
Okay.
When you poke the center, if it pops right back, it's not ready to be stretched. If the indentation stays down, then it's ready to be stretched. Because the number one problem people have, the number one mistake they make, if they stretch it and it shrinks back. It's too tough. It's not light enough yet. It's not loosened.
Okay.
So definitely do the poke test. And if it doesn't pass the poke test, cover it and let it sit for 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay.
So you got to let it relax. The dough has to relax.
Easy, Nate. Take it easy.
Seriously, man, take it easy. if you muscle your dough,
Right.
It's gonna snap back. It's gonna fight you.
Right.
So don't do that. Definitely, that's number one.
Okay.
Number two is definitely know what kind of pizza you want to make. Do you want to make thicker Sicilian pizza? Do you want to make cracker thin pizza? Do you want to make New York style? They're all different, and there's no right or wrong way. If you're making a basic circular, cut it in 6 or 8 slices, pick it up and eat it kind of slice, be gentle when you stretch it.
Right.
Don't touch it that much.
Okay.
And when you touch it, all you're going to do is really push the gases from the center toward the outside. That's it. And once you've stretched it enough, you're going to top it very lightly. And then this is the biggest mistake people make. You have a pizza stone?
I do.
A lot of people have pizza stones. And most people don't know how to use them. A lot of people treat the stone as if it's a tray.
Right.
Or they put it in the oven and they preheat it for 20 minutes. You got to preheat that sucker for like 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then you make your pizza and you put it on a wooden peel. And then you use the wood to drop it on the hot stone. And that sucker will bake it up from the bottom. It's going to work awesome. So if you make pizza at home and you're frustrated, almost anything that goes wrong, there's like a simple answer.
Right. Awesome. What's your go-to pizza to make at home?
Margarita pizza. I make margarita pizzas every time. But then if I'm going to make something else, I'll do a white pizza with sausage or a margarita with sausage.
Okay.
I like sausage.
I saw that you recently toured the Papa John's facilities.
Yeah, I did.
So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, man, I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything. No, of course. I got an email one day that said, "Hey, I'm with this marketing company, and we're working with Papa John's, and we want to bring in a bunch of food writers and food bloggers. And would you be willing to come down? We'll fly you down, and we'll put you up in a hotel for a night, and we want to take you on a tour of the plant. You're going to meet Papa John Schnatter.
Okay.
You're going to meet the head of marketing, the head of development. You're going to meet the staff." They basically just said, "We want to show you what we're doing. No questions asked." And I said, "Obviously, yes."
Right.
Because even though I'm totally into the independents, I'm not a fan of the chains. People ask me on tours all the time, like, "Oh, what's the best of the worst? Which of the big chains would you actually eat?" And it's like, look, even though I'm into the independents, I feel like you got to understand the chains. There's a lot to learn from them. And it's pizza, so that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in pizza in general. So I can't just snub this big company. So I went and I had a blast. we saw the rooms where they're making all the product. Obviously, they're just gigantic versions of what normal pizzerias use. But we learned a lot, and I got to ask John Schnatter some questions, point blank. Yeah,
So
here's some questions.
So you and John are like this.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I went into it not knowing much about the guy.
Right.
I know a little bit about that he's buddies with Peyton Manning, and that his politics are different from my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I just figured, you know what? Let's just hear this guy out. What the heck? He's a businessman. He's done very well.
Right.
I can't be a snob to him. I'm not gonna eat his pizza. I'm not gonna say, oh, I met Papa John, so I'm gonna order from him every week. Nah, but I gotta say, we, kind of hit it off in a weird way.
Right.
Where he was making some positive comments about pizzas that I was making,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, to be honest, I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
And it's very weird to get a phone call and you pick it up and it's, hey, it's John.
Right.
It's Papa John.
That's surreal.
It is surreal, but it's also at the same time, it's like, this is a guy who runs a business. And he's very serious about his business.
Right.
And I got to give him a lot of props because he's trying to do a lot of things right now with cleaning up his label. And he's using Chipotle as a model. And he's saying they're getting rid of no GMOs, locally sourced, all this kind of stuff. And he's not doing locally sourced, but he's trying to clean up the label, trying to get rid of any word that ends in a scientific suffix. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I give him credit for that. It's not going to make me want to buy his pizza, but it's admirable that he's trying to clean up that whole sector.
Right. Have you had Papa John's pizza?
I had it 3 times in my life.
Okay.
The last time was standing next to John.
Okay.
And they wanted us to try. They launched a Greek pizza a couple of weeks ago. They wanted us to have the Greek pizza before it officially launches. Meanwhile, I'm eating this thing and I'm like, there's nothing Greek about this.
Right.
There's olives on it.
Yeah.
Even that, I don't even remember if there were olives. But it wasn't. It didn't make me gag. But I'm not going to order it on purpose.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Out of the chains, I was actually trying to think of all the pizza chains, like the national pizza chains, and they're only it's like Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, Little Caesars.
Those are the big 4.
Yeah. Out of those 4, I don't think I've ever had Little Caesars actually. Papa John's is probably the one I would choose out of those 4. But I don't know. That's just me. I just feel like
I don't know when given the choice which one I would really go for, but
yeah.
Papa John's it's definitely it's not one that I would go for on purpose ever.
Had you ever done a tour like that before?
I've gone to plants that do production of large quantity pizza stuff.
Right.
I've never toured one of the chain pizzerias. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we'll do favorite, least favorite pizza toppings.
Oh man, my favorite is sausage for sure.
Okay.
My least favorite's broccoli.
Broccoli. Yeah.
Never had a pizza with broccoli on it that I liked.
I would imagine broccoli doesn't do well on a pizza.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just never had a good broccoli pizza.
What's the strangest pizza you've eaten in general?
I mean, it would have been at one of the pizza
At the
conventions. So it's every pizza they make there is pretty strange.
Yeah. Okay. And my last question for you. This is a loaded question. What is the future of pizza?
Wow, I think
what's left to create.
There's so much more going on. I think we're going to be seeing different grains in your dough.
Okay.
I think we're going to not ditch white flour, but we're going to get a little further from it.
Okay.
I think we're going to be seeing more. I think classy meats, soppressata and prosciutto and stuff like that. I think we're going to get a little further away from the processed meats like pepperoni.
Okay.
And I think you're going to start seeing more things like honey on your pizza, lemon juice on your pizza. And I think you're also going to see a lot of new mom and pops opening up that are opening. People are going to open them who are passionate about pizza, not just business people.
Right.
So there's a lot going on. It's a great time for pizza.
So it sounds like it's we're gonna elevate pizza with ingredients for the most part.
Yeah, I do think so.
Is there anything you want to plug or that you're working on or?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I just launched a new nonprofit called Slice Out Hunger.
Oh, nice.
Where we're going to be doing stuff, projects around the country, trying to raise money for nationwide hunger relief organizations and hunger relief opportunities. So we're trying to use the pizza industry as a way to raise money to fight hunger, because there are a lot of people out there who can't afford to feed themselves, can't afford to do something luxury like crazy hot dogs in your pizza crust.
Right.
Can't afford to take a pizza tour. So we're trying to do stuff to give back.
Okay.
And that's a big thing. And of course, I'm always working on different projects like these pizza box projects. Actually, on scottspizzatours.com, I have a whole tab of projects.
Okay.
You can always go and see that.
Okay.
I'm working on a lecture series, going around to colleges and doing lectures about pizza making, pizza history, even just taking your passion and running with it.
Nice.
That kind of stuff.
Cool.
And of course, I'm on Twitter at Scott's Pizza Tour, Instagram at Scott's Pizza Tours, Facebook at New York Pizza Tours. I'm easy to track down.
All over the interwebs.
All over it.
Also, you can buy these journals on scottspizzatours.com.
Yeah, you can go on scottspizzatours.com. It's on the projects page, or you can go to pocketpizzajournal.com. And of course, Viva la Pizza, The Art of the Pizza Box, available in all deliciously beautiful bookstores.
Yes.
But go to your independent bookstore.
Yes.
Don't get it on Amazon.
Totally.
Of course, you can get it on Amazon if you need, but you're not that lazy. Go to the bookstore.
I'm guilty. I'm super lazy. So, but
It's
anyway.
okay.
Well, thanks, Scott, for taking time out of your busy schedule and talking to me. And so hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, look forward to it. Thanks, Enzo.
I got the beer, I got the soda. We'll crank some tunes on the stereo. Yeah, pizza night. Pizza night. New York style, Chicago deep dish, or Little Caesars 'cause it's cheap. Yeah, pizza night. Pizza night. Pizza night.